Hey guys, my name is Nirmal Singh. In today's video, I will demonstrate the steps required to promote Windows Server 2008 to Domain Controller and add 3 VMs, Windows 7, Windows Vista, and Windows XP to Domain. Firstly, we need to allow all VMs to communicate with each other. This is done by statically assigning IP addresses on the same subnet on each VM. So here we have our Server 2008 virtual machine. Firstly, we need to statically assign an IP address to this machine, and then we will continue adding IPs to the other machines. In order to do this, we go to network and then go to the local area connection, alright, via network and sharing center. We go to manage network connections, right click, properties, and we are going to use the TCP IP version 4 internet protocol. Okay, so the IP that we are going to use is as follows. So let's just obtain automatic to remove this default gateway. Okay, so the IP that you're using will be 192.168.0.1. And then the subnet mask will be a classy subnet mask, which is 2553 times at 0. So we will leave the default gateway blank for this one because the default gateway will also be the IP address, and the DNS which we are going to use will be 192.168.0.1. The alternate DNS we will leave blank. Click OK and click close. Okay, for this we just need some to do a little tweaking on this. Network discovery, we will leave it, well, we'll turn on network discovery, click apply, yes, leave on file sharing, public folder sharing, we're gonna turn off password because we don't want to be prompt for a password every time we are on it. Password protected sharing, also going to turn off password protected sharing, click apply. Okay, so having done Server 2008, we are on to the other virtual machines to do. Alright, so let's go on to Windows Vista, and basically it will be almost the same, but firstly we can let's go to network and sharing, go to manage network connections, right click, properties, continue, and we'll do the same thing here. Just in this case, the IP address here will be 192.168.0. Let's put this as 2, and then we put the gateway as 1.1, 168.0.1. Leave this as 1 as well. Alright, and we will also do the what we had done before. We'll turn on network discovery, and turn on public folder sharing, apply. We will turn off password protected sharing. Right, let's go again. Alright, so for now we can close this off. Turn on network discovery. Alright, let's go again. Go to Windows 7 now. this, let's switch network here. Make it a little easier. Okay, so you go to network and sharing, adapter settings, right click, properties. Alright, so we use IP version 4. So we do 192.168.0.3. And gateway will be 0.1. DNS also be 0.1. Click OK. We do a little tweaking of the settings as well here. Alright. We change our file sharing, so on, leave as on, turn off password protected, and click save changes. Just have to verify that public sharing is also on. Right. Good, great. Okay, so we'll do our final VM, which is Windows XP, the same. Alright, so in this case, we go into Control Panel. We will then click on Network Connections, and here we go, Properties. Alright, so this one will be 0.4, 192.168.0.1. Okay, so when we have finished configured all the IPs, we will now go into our command prompt. Alright, let's just make sure that the settings are all accurate. Okay, so if you go into let's go and try to request a ping from one of the other IPs that we have preset. So if you go to ping the server, let's see if we get some replies. There we go, we get replies. Let's try ping Windows Vista 192.168.0.2. There we go, we get replies as well. Let's try Windows 7 192.168.0.3. There we go, replies. Okay, so having successfully assigned IPs to all of our VMs, we are now going to add Server 2008 to as a domain controller. So we will now pull back up the Server 2008 VM, alright, and so if you look at here, you will see that all the machines are now being recognized. This is Windows 7, Windows Server, and the Vista, and that we notice that they are in a work group at the moment. So this will change momentarily to a domain. So first, let's minimize this. We'll come back to that after. To start configuring Server 2008 to a domain, we go into our command prompt, and we will run a command dc promo.exe, and when we click enter, a prompt will come up to configure Active Directory domain services. So for now, we will not select advanced mode. We will click next. Operating system compatibility, we will click next. So we will be creating a new domain in the forest. If we had an existing forest, we would have selected this. But because we do not have a domain configured, we will select create a new domain in the forest. We will then click next. So now we will have to give this machine a domain name. So I will use my surname, which is sing, and then I will confirm it again, sing.com. Alright, so my domain will be sing. Okay, so let's click next. So we'll be checking whether the first name already is in use, which it should not be because this is my first time that I'm setting up domain services on server 2008. So once this is completed, we will be on our way to adding this machine as domain controller. So it's verifying in that BIOS name. Alright, so we are a step closer. There we go. So the first functional level, we will scroll and select Windows Server 2008 since that is our operating system. And then we click next. So it is examining the DNS configuration. Okay. So once that is completed, then this screen comes up where the DNS server science is installed. So you click next. And we are a bit closer to adding server 2008 as a domain controller. Alright, so yes, click next for this. And the password that we'll give is the password that we have administrator. Alright, so whichever password that you set for your machine as administrator is what you will be using here. Next, next. Alright, so this is the last leg of adding this machine as a domain controller. Alright, so as soon as it's completed, we will then go in my computer and we will see the name domain, and moving forward we will add the machines to the domain momentarily. Okay, so at this point in time, I will pause this video for a little while until we are completed. Okay, there we have it. The wizard is completed. Alright, so we'll click finish, and you must restart the computer before the changes made to this Active Directory is being taken. So at this point in time, we'll be restarting the server 2008. Okay, so the computer was successfully restarted. Alright, if you can see in the system specifications here, the computer name is server 2008 and the domain is sing.com. Alright, so if you will permit me, I'm going to start adding some of my other machines to as a domain. Alright, so first we'll need to go into properties, and then we'll click on change settings. Alright, so we'll member of domain. So the domain is sing dot. Alright, click OK. And now they will ask for the username and password. So the username will be administrator, and the password will be the password that you created while setting up the domain. And click OK. And once successful, you will see the message, welcome to the domain sing. Alright, so let's keep our fingers crossed because this is a moment of truth. Alright, so we are waiting patiently for the domain to be confirmed. There we go. Welcome to Sing Domain. This is an amazing moment. Alright, so let's click OK. So you must restart the computer. So it'll be OK. Close. Restart now. So while that is restarting, we will add the other machines to the domain as well. Alright, so we are in Windows 7 right now. So the domain is Sing, and we go get administrator and the password which was configured. Okay. Once successful, we will prompt welcome to the domain. So once this is done, we will need to restart all the VMs and then log in under, instead of the workgroup, we will be now using domain. Alright, so welcome to Sing. Thank you very much. So we will close and then we'll have to restart. And let's go to our final VM, Windows XP. Start my computer, properties. So this is a little different than Windows 7 or Windows Vista. So you go computer name change, domain, Sing, okay, username and password, administrator, password that was given, setting up the domain, okay. Alright, so let's just wait patiently for this to be added to the domain, and then we will log in using Windows Vista. Back onto the domain, I will demonstrate to you guys how to log in, and then I will take a short break and log in the other two VMs, and then I will show you guys how it's changed from workgroup to domain. Alright, so just please bear with me a little longer while you just wait for this computer to accept us to the domain, which it did. So you click OK. So you'll notice a trend every time it's at a domain, we must restart the machine. Alright, so you click OK. Okay, so you want to restart. Alright, so while I restarting, we'll go back to Windows Vista. Alright, so before we logged in as Windows Vista PC, so we will switch user. Alright, and we will be logging in as Sing. So for now, we will type administrator, and then let's go back into Sing. Alright, admin, and the password. Okay, incorrect. Okay, I'll pause the video for a little while whilst I solve this, and I'll get back shortly. Okay guys, I was able to log on there. The username which should be logging on the domain would have been Sing, which is the domain, slash administrator, and then the password is the password which was given. Okay, so if we look at here, we'll see the domain is sing.com. Alright, what I would like to take the minute to do now is we'll use Windows Vista. We'll go into network, right? And if you notice here, alright, let's change this few details. Alright, if you notice here, we have Windows Server 2008, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP. And if you notice, they all are under the Sing's domain. Alright, so let's just go back to Windows XP. So properties just to confirm that it was on the domain. Alright, so computer name, general. Okay guys, so right now I'm back on my server 2008 and I just pulled up this to show you that the four PCs, which is the four VMs, is currently on the domain 1234 under the same domain. If you scroll across a bit, you see in that the network domain name there as well. Alright, so this comes to the end of my video. I thank you for watching and I hope that it was instrumental.